If you didn't know, there was a new Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity event this afternoon, and it showed off a lot of new content. Enemies, characters, and even cutscenes. It all went by so quick in the rush of excitement of seeing actual gameplay and learning new details about the game, that some of the stuff was easy to miss. I mean, there was a lot of bloody cool details and info that I've had to rewatch it multiple times. So, be sure to go grab yourself a snack or drink and send them in on social media to get them featured right here, and let's have a look at 5 new details across the new gameplay and new trailer for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Starting in no particular order, the thing that caught my attention the most is the Battle of Hyrule Field. This is seen in a very short clip of the new trailer. We now have official confirmation, if not already assumed enough, that we will witness the true horror of Calamity Ganon's attack in the depths of Hyrule Field. We see a destroyed and burnt field only visible by the glints of hundreds of guardians' menacing eyes glowing out like stars in a night sky. This part of the game is going to be dark. Well, and bloody awesome. Imagine the defense of Fort Tenno, but with no solid defense. That's what this is. We can even see Urbosa atop her divine beast, Vah Rudania, near Hyrule Field looking onto the disaster-struck land. This could be an indication towards us also getting to control the divine beasts and maybe even blast their lasers around. This is all just going off the camera position in the shot, panning across the field with the divine beast by side, but hey, we can dream. Either way, this confirms we will 100% get to experience the peak and worst of the Calamity in its true, horrific nature. Moving on to something less sinister, but still terrifying. The all-new Mega Bokoblin. This was seen in the first part of the presentation showing off the new gameplay. We see the developers playing as Link within Central Hyrule. During the early phases of the Great Calamity, Link approached a rather standard herd of Bokoblins, but then, out of nowhere, a new, unseen variant appears. A Bokoblin 3 times the size. This thing is as tall as the Moblins, and from the looks of things, it's going to act as a sort of tougher enemy that can't just be hacked and slashed like the Bokoblins. We see with both this Mega Bokoblin and the standard Moblins that they have a health gauge, indicating that they are much tougher to take out. This is a cool thing that is easy to miss, as most of us just play off Bokoblins as one-tap enemies, right? I mean, this game is a hack and slash. Well, now we have a reason to fear them, the Mega Bokoblin. Now for one of my other personal favourites. It is now more or less confirmed that we will get to play within the Divine Beasts. I briefly mentioned we might get to control them towards the end of the game, but by the sounds of things, we will also venture within them early on too. We hear not just Ravioli say the following:
I suppose the time has finally come to reveal Vah Meadow's divine power!
Along with Urbosa saying,
No longer, I say. I will pilot this divine beast.
Daruk mentions,
Well, it's just Vah Rudania is in a difficult spot right now.
And although Mipha doesn't mention Vah Ruta directly, it's likely we could see a stage of her there. This is so awesome. We get to see their corrupted states in Breath of the Wild, but now we might get to see them in the process of being corrupted, having to fight off invading enemies as each of the champions in order to pilot each divine beast towards Hyrule Field, to partake in the Battle of Hyrule Field. This one is a little bit in the dark, but it's rather likely in my honest opinion. This next detail I picked up on right away, and haven't actually seen many people mention it. This game has nice graphics. I hate to say it, but some parts of this game look better than Breath of the Wild itself, both gameplay and trailer quality. That's not to bash Breath of the Wild or anything, as it's one of the best Zelda games of all time, but Age of Calamity appears to have taken a very slight move with the graphical style. It's almost the exact same, but we can see a few instances of upscaled areas. The best examples would have to be the Great Deku Tree, who doesn't look a day over 10,000 years old, might I add. The Hyrule Citadel, which whilst burning away in a blaze, looks magnificent. Those are just 2 examples. Throughout the entire gameplay segment and trailer, there has been some serious upscaling work. Now, obviously the Nintendo Switch can only handle so much, but I'd imagine this game is going to be in 1080p 60 FPS. 30 FPS, sorry. If the Switch could manage that anyway. We'll have to see, but I know one thing is for sure, the cutscenes in this game are going to be stunning. Up next is the defense of Garudo Town. Now, this is something I've been curious about since the first trailer we saw. In said trailer, we saw the Yiga clan invade Garudo Town and Urbosa fighting them off. In this new trailer, we also see Garudo Town in a state of defense, paying special attention to defend Princess Zelda, and this makes so much sense. We are told in Breath of the Wild that the Yiga clan were out to kill Princess Zelda, and in this new trailer, we see Princess Zelda being guarded by Link, Urbosa, Juggy, young Impa, and a couple of Garudo guards. I'll excuse the fact that Link is within the walls of Garudo Town here, as he is protecting Princess Zelda, but this is a clear indication that we will partake in some form of battle at Garudo Town, defending it from the Yiga clan. This will likely be as Link, Urbosa, young Impa, and possibly Princess Zelda too, as we can switch between characters in these warrior games. This is something I cannot wait to play out. Oh, and unrelated side note, we also hear Urbosa call Princess Zelda Little Bird, the name her late mother called her.
I hope you're not hurt, little bird.
Oh boy, now this is an interesting one. I think, and hear me out on this, I think that we are going to see a development in Link and Mipha's relationship 100 years ago. We learn at multiple points of Breath of the Wild that Link and Mipha had a very strong relationship, a romantic one if you will. They grew up together as kids and have always known each other. It was said that Mipha was prepared to give Link the Zora garments only given to someone she loves, but sadly we know why that never happened. It's heavily implied that the pair had a love for each other throughout Breath of the Wild, stronger than any Z-Link theories out there, and going off the beginning of the new trailer, this scene specifically.
Well, Link, you've grown since I last saw you, and yet you have not changed.
It looks like we're going to see some conversations between the pair, as I doubt this cut of a full scene here will be the only one. Finally, we will get to see just how close the two lovebirds were. Or love fishes? Get it? Because Mipha's a Zora, which are kinda like fish? You know what? Forget it. Anyway, it's a detail to keep an eye on when the game releases. I'll keep this next one short as I've brought it up a few times, but another detail is the attack on the Hyrule Citadel. I thought I'd include this one as it's a very short clip, but a very significant one. At the beginning of the new trailer, we see the mighty citadel blazing, under attack and in its worst active state. Showing us this shot means that we will more than likely get to be here at the time of its fall. We saw in the first trailer that we will play near it, but this more or less confirms we will play at it when it falls. The fall of the Hyrulean army's strongest fortress. Now for some details I'm sure everyone is excited for. Young Impa and her abilities. We finally found out who this mystery character is from the first trailer, and as most of us assumed, it is indeed young Impa. Man, she looks like a killer character to play as. If you missed the live gameplay session from the Tokyo Game Show, here is what you missed. She plays very similar to Monk Maz Koshia from the second DLC pack in Breath of the Wild, duplicating abilities, agility, and an intelligent moveset. Young Impa is going to be one of the coolest characters to play as and also learn about, as in Breath of the Wild, Impa is an elderly lady who isn't very mobile, rather wise and knowledgeable. This younger appearance of Impa will give us a better idea of her role 100 years ago. We know it was a very important one, so she will likely be seen a lot throughout the game. Another cool detail about her is that we see her launch a Sheikah Slate towards Link. Now, this is interesting. We only see one single Sheikah Slate in Breath of the Wild, but it is never implied to be the only one to ever exist. There is a chance this is our proof of others existing, just in rare quantity, or it's just Princess Zelda's in the possession of Impa. It also looks like it may tie into our little friend here, but we'll just have to wait and see for that. Another shorter detail coming up, but a very important one to know going into the game. We see throughout the new gameplay and new trailer a few things that stick out. They're out of place. The tower in Central Hyrule raising and Link going to pull the Master Sword. For one, creating a champion states that Link was around 11 or 12 when he first pulled the blade, but we see a shot of what looks to be Link and the other champions heading to the Master Sword. He doesn't have it in this shot, and then we see a shot with everyone from the previous shot all in the same attire at the Great Deku Tree, now with Master Sword in hand. This could just be some sort of scenario we haven't thought about, but this also would change the canon slightly if it's what I'm thinking. The game appears to be mostly canon, so this detail could suggest that the game will only be partially canon, not 100%, but not at all. We'll have to wait and see. Last but not least, everyone's favourite little droid. Yes, we finally got to see this little thing in action, and it is revealed in awesome fashion. During a cutscene during a new gameplay segment of the showcase, we find this little thing in the rocks right after the central tower erects. The little droid boots up and looks raring to go. It appears to be what a lot of us suspected, in it being a proxy in order for Link to communicate to people, as it looks to follow alongside the hero in this gameplay footage. Even if its role's small, I can't wait to play with this little thing. Thanks a ton for watching. What are you most excited about in Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity? Anything on my list or something else? Let me know in the comments and look out for my replies. Huge thanks to all of my channel supporters across YouTube and Patreon. And special mention to new patron, Merlin. Your support enables me to make videos on the spot like this one, so big up to you guys. If you'd like to get your name featured at the end of all of my videos and more, then consider supporting on YouTube or Patreon. Again, thanks for watching, and until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.